I did not care for Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I thought that I would. I like elves. I was really shocked that anyone over the age of 25, that multiple people over the age of 25 had earnestly recommended this to me. So after watching it a bit, I went online to see if anyone else felt the same way. I had all of these complaints, and I was just thinking, surely someone out there has to be disappointed with this in the same way that I was. And I found plenty of negative reviews, and that satisfied me. But when looking at other negative reviews of Frieren, the word boring is used a lot. And with that, many people were dismissing the criticism by claiming it was coming from, shonen fans. Responses that not everything can be hype moments and fight scenes. So this just kind of general idea that anyone was talking about Frieren in a negative way and claiming it was boring were just people used to Naruto and One Piece. And I take issue with that because I don't watch Naruto and One Piece. And I would like to give a little more reasoning as to why someone may find Frieren boring beyond that. So we can start with Frieren herself is not a very compelling main character from the get-go. Yes, the first episode is a bit slow, but I think that it's good in that it gets everything that the show is about across in one episode. But as for why exactly she's not compelling, it comes down to the fact that Frieren is an elf that is around 1,500 years old. 1,500-year-old people, as we all know, don't exist in real life. So you ask yourself, what would a 1,500-year-old person think about human life and human connection? A person that old would surely have witnessed lots of birth and death, people's lives cut short right before doing what they spent their whole lives trying to do. And we are shown in the show that yes, Frieren has seen all of this. So what would this character's outlook be after seeing all of that? We don't have much to go off of, as anyone writing a story like this isn't going to be older than probably 70. Honestly, probably not older than 40. Okay, so we can only imagine. And I personally would say that maybe a person that old might try to stay away from connecting too closely with people. Okay, that's kind of understandable. They know that they might outlive everyone, or maybe they'd reach a greater level of maturity and just choose to be close with people anyways, despite having to deal with the loss. But whether they chose to connect with people or not, they would understand the weight of connecting with people and either avoid it out of fear of being hurt or embrace it because they believe in its importance. Frieren chooses to go in the complete opposite direction with its ageless character. The show is about her understanding the importance of connecting with people after Himmel's death, and for this to have weight with a character as old as she is, it must never have occurred to her before, and for it to have never occurred to her before, it must be that Frieren has spent several centuries watching paint dry, except we do know that that's not the case because in the first couple of episodes, Frieren lets us know that she has seen plenty of humans die. There's not anything inherently wrong in choosing to make an ageless character indifferent to human life and learning to appreciate it over the course of the show, but it comes with its own set of implications, and these implications mean that our main character, is inhuman, or, at the very least, stupid. And Frieren, as a story, chooses to go with her being stupid, in that she has just been busy reading books and ignoring people for 1,000 years. And I know that it's a kid's show, okay? If you're gonna say, well, I know that it's a dumb kid's show, okay? I don't recommend me a fucking stupid kid's show. It's fucking 12, now 24 more episodes. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for your bullshit recommendations. You are 27, 28, 29, 30. Do not recommend me fucking Frieren, okay? Anyone else, I don't care. But if you're that age, do not fucking recommend me Frieren. All right, I feel like I'm the only one wondering, what honestly, in God's name, has Frieren been spending the 20 to 40 years after her adventure with Himmel doing? That's enough time to watch someone grow up, Okay, and I know that this is covered. All right, what was she spending hundreds of years doing before this whole adventure? Okay, I know that we see some of that, but 20 years is a long time. So we're shown that she studies magic and that she is very good at it, and so we can say that she has at least been doing that. Okay, we were told by Frieren in episode 3 that the humans came together to reverse engineer a demon's magical piercing lightning bolt spell to come up with defensive magic to block it. It took them 80 years to do that. And so Frieren tells us all of this, marveling at what humans can get done in a few lifetimes, understanding that 80 years would be multiple generations of academics coming together to work on this. And it brings to mind like a hall full of people, like a huge, a building just full of people working together, some young, some old, studying, multiple people's lives' work being spent to make this defensive spell. And I thought that was really cool. And it's one of my favorite moments that I saw in that first season. But Frieren knew about that before Himmel died. She can make an observation like this and preach about it to the big monster in front of her, but it never occurred to her before Himmel died that everyone will die and that time is precious. So I take issue with Frieren, not because she is emotionally stunted, that she is this emotionally stunted alien, but because they want her to be that and also have her be a wise 1,500-year-old Power Ranger. And I can't take her problems seriously, and I don't want to follow her on an adventure to learn that, yes, people die and you will miss them. I think that's a fine story to tell for teenagers, but at the age that I am now and the way that this is presented to me, it should definitely be, I'm just saying that I think it should be off-putting to an older audience with sense. Another scene that pissed me off, Frieren giving Fern her hair clip. She remembers that Himmel while eating dinner with Fern and confesses that she barely knows anything about her and wants to learn more about her. And she does this kind of over the course of the first few episodes, kind of establishing, what she's all about. And that's fine. But Frieren, at this point, had been raising Fern for 10 years. And not to say that means she knows everything about Fern, but she knows more than anyone else at that point. Fern doesn't go to school. Okay, she doesn't talk to her friends on Discord. She walks around the countryside and picks pumpkins with Frieren and does magic spells. And she does that every day. Frieren, for the first few episodes I watch, spends the entire runtime learning things about life many learn before they turn 18. So I can say what put me off to Frieren as a character is that she is just like a dumb kid, very stunted, emotionless 10-year-old. And I guess that's supposed to be the juxtaposition with this wise, ageless elf and her being like emotionally stunted, and that would be cute in theory, but they didn't pull it off right. And Frieren has watched people die. She saw younger people die over hundreds of years. So if the writers can't take any of that seriously, why should I fucking take it seriously? And any moments with this character that lived long enough to be a hunched over bald man and die a day after seeing fireworks with all his friends, I don't care. The moments that the show shifts its weight into are so dull that it makes me think that these writers have not finished reading anything in their lives. Like they've just been recycling story beats they know are supposed to go in stories. There's a lot of anime out there, as well as games, books, movies, and I just think, from what I've seen, my reward for sticking around, 12. Now more. Okay, there's another season coming out, and my reward for sticking around with Frieren is the emotional revelations for a very immature person, and some kind of pretty animation sometimes. Not even Not even that good. Okay, it doesn't have like actual good anime. It looks fine, and the opening is also fine, but you know, it's all that 2020s super sterile D&D anime fantasy stuff that we're doing now. But if you stuck around, if you're still watching this video, just let me know if you think that I'm stupid. And after getting all this out and rereading my notes, I do realize how silly this all is. I did, you know, this is just, you know, it's not that big a deal. But I can also believe, you know, that the tone in the manga maybe is different. But I also don't trust it because they're doing that kind of, you know, light novel, Sword Art Online kind of the look that we've been having since like ReZero, Sword Art Online, where everyone just has kind of cosplay clothes on, and it's got these like weird little trim designs on them that are kind of easy for Chinese people to sew onto clothes. And what I was saying that, you know, it could be an issue with the translation. You hear people talk about that. But as far as the anime, I think I'm good stopping here, and I will not be continuing it. And I suggest that if you think that it's good, you should probably reevaluate what might be wrong with you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and I hate you. Bye.